Hey guys, I'm the founder of UnderdogChance.com, and in today's video, I'll be sharing my MLB picks with you from my MLB betting model, where I compare my calculated odds with sportsbook odds. I've been betting for over 25 years, escaped the 9-5 grind years ago, and now I help bettors build sports betting models, bet like me, and become the best versions of themselves. Last season, I made close to 40 units, and this season, I'm aiming for 30. Remember, successful betting is more than just following picks. It's about crafting strategies tailored to your unique situation. That's why I advise against blindly following anyone's bets, including mine. If you're ready to elevate your betting game, check out my courses at underdogchance.com. Let's dive into today's picks and hopefully my analysis will help guide you toward smarter betting decisions. Hey guys, this is Andy from unveil and welcome back to my MLB betting model predictions and today's bets from my betting model. We continue with my journey to 30 units this season. Yesterday I didn't find any qualified bet. This is why I also didn't create a video. I am working on a lot of things. I will also share some soccer picks. We're also preparing some videos for UFC fighting predictions from one of our members. So I'm looking for the ways to show you this information through the videos because not all the things I can do by myself, but I still want to share some of this information with you. Right now I'm sitting at 41 wins, 38 losses. The things turned around, so much better results right now since we started including more and more stats from 2024. And today I have 3 qualified bets. I will also share all my projections with you. And with baseball, as I said many times, you need to be patient. Accidentally, I have today this shirt. Maybe you see, be patient or quit. This is the shirt I received from one of my friends. I think 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, I helped him, and then he gave me this shirt. It is from Gary Vaynerchuk, but we can translate this into sports betting. I also run email subscribers, and people, when I ask what are their main problems in sports betting, I saw that many people say discipline, consistency, patience. So it is not even about finding a betting model, finding a solution, or maybe they didn't even get to that point, right? And this is why I also say that mindset is very important, because if you're not patient, if you're not disciplined, if you're not strategic, if you're not optimist, then it is hard to win at sports betting, even if you follow someone, because I believe that 90% of people, even if they get good picks, they will fall. They will not follow. Even if we check, I don't know, this is completely new season. It is still start of the season. We are not even in May, in the second month yet. But if I check the last season, for example, I went down, I don't know, 15 units at the start, and most people would fall, and then they would stop doing this. So it is not for everyone, and this short tells the truth. So you need to be patient or quit. Sports betting is not for everyone, but all those things can be fixed. Okay, but this needs to be built. The mindset needs to be built, and of course, then based on this, we can start making projections and betting. But because I always say, if we have 2 guys, one is very intelligent, but he has very poor mindset, he's negative, he is not patient, he's not disciplined, he's emotional, but he's very intelligent. He has much less chances than some other guy who's not that intelligent, but he has a drive, he's optimist, he has passion, he's very disciplined, strategic. He will eventually find a way how to win at sports betting. And those who have, let's say, poor mindset, I don't know if this is correct word, I don't want to say poor mindset, but mindset is very important. Okay, this is why I push it all the time. And no matter whatever you do in your life, even if you check the most successful people in the world, pro athletes, businessmen, the richest people in the world, most successful people in the world, they will all say the same: fix first mindset. Okay, once you fix the mindset, then the things start going up. Okay, anyway, let's go to today's projections. It is Saturday. Dodgers, Toronto, Tyler Glasnow, Kikuchi. Based on my projections, there is no value. We also could see low scoring game in first five innings, at least based on my projections. But I'm not focusing on totals. I don't track totals. I don't bet totals. So I was flirting today with Oakland, Baltimore over 8 and over 4 in first five innings. This is something I was flirting, but I will stick to money line games with first five innings, because if you bet on totals full game, totals first five inning games, if you bet on the full money line games, if you bet on first five innings, you have no four bet types. Okay, I always say be good at one, two bet types, make money, focus on that, be the best among the best, and this is where you can really make money and succeed, because you cannot be the best in every single sport, every single league, every single bet type, because this is something I always repeat. Sports betting is not a fight against bookmakers. You need to be better than other bettors. Okay, and if you bet every single sport, if you are jumping from handicapper to handicapper, if you are jumping from bet type to bet type, you will never find that edge that you could have in one or two specific markets. You need to be specialist in some bet types. Okay, so this is another idea which you can use. Okay, St. Louis Mets, Sonny Gray against Adrian Hauser. Mets, based on my projections, Mets are slightly underrated in this game. Of course, we know Sonny Gray is great pitcher, but based on my projections, there is maybe small value with Mets in full game. Okay, so in the first five innings, I don't see any value here. Based on my projections, St. Louis should have better chance in first five innings, but later in the game, especially if they will make Sonny Gray work, later in later innings, I see some advantage with the Mets. And maybe if you can get great odds, I don't know, plus 125, something like that, then based on my criteria, Mets would be a qualified bet. Okay. Cincinnati, Texas, Hunter Green, Michael Lawrence, and two right-handed pitchers. Based on my projections, there is no value. Also not in first five innings. And then we have Oakland, Baltimore, JP Sears against Cole Irvin. Oakland surprised Baltimore yesterday in low scoring game. My betting model showed that this game could be high scoring game. But as I said, I'm not focusing on over and unders. But I found the value in Baltimore, with Baltimore at 1.58 or minus 172 in American odds, because my projected odds show that Baltimore should have more than 75% of chance to win this game. And if we translate these probabilities into the odds, my fair odds on Baltimore are minus 307. The same, I found the value with first five innings, so both two units place. Right now, at this moment, full game money lines bets are doing better. But as I said, every single season is a little bit different. Last season, first five innings were doing much better. This season, first five innings are still not yet there. Although with the last bet, first five inning with Milwaukee, I beat the line. I beat the closing line by a lot. And of course, we can check it. So 70% of beating the line. XCLV is slightly lower, but also you need to understand that money line games for full games, the VIC is smaller, okay, or margins, they are smaller, so the fee from the bookmakers is smaller, because they're also more confident, there is more liquidity. And first five inning bets, the VIC is little bit bigger. Okay, they give themselves a little bit better edge, if you like. Okay, so when bookmakers are very confident about their lines, especially if you talk about Pinnacle or those sharp bookmakers, uh, at the time when they give you better odds, okay, lower week, and when they give you a chance to bet much more, they are much more confident in their odds. Okay, more people are betting on these games. They know that even with the lower week they can make a lot of money because there's much more money involved. They are also more confident in these games. This usually comes at major league sports, professional sports, where they also know there is no fixing games, there's no such things, so they can rely on the data and so on. But from sports bettors' perspective, you will also have less edge. Okay, so it is not easy to have yield or RI like many people say. Around 10% in major league sports. Okay, so last season I think I had in baseball, I think 7 or 8% yield or RI, which is exceptional. But if you want to reach yield, and I'm talking about the long term, not 1 month or something like that, right? If you want to reach 15%, 20%, then this is almost not possible in big leagues. Okay, so you need to go to lower leagues, smaller leagues, exotic sports, new sports. This is where you can find much more value or edge, if you like. There you will find much bigger edge. Okay, and you can reach better yield. The problem there is that the bookmakers will not allow you to bet a lot of money. Okay, because they are not that confident, they don't have so many people work on these leagues. There is no such big liquidity and so on and so on. So you can always balance this. And my initial advice to sports bettors is that if you don't have at least, let's say, 20,000 American dollars as a starting bankroll, and I know many people will laugh, then you should not bother with major league sports. Okay, you should work on your betting skills. It is much better to invest this money, small amount of money, into courses, seminars, books, so you become better at understanding the betting concepts, so you can bet any league you want. And then you can start with smaller leagues where you can reach better yield, better ROI. The bankroll can grow faster, and of course at some point you will hit the wall. So you want to bet more and more and more, you will hit the wall, and then you jump to the bigger leagues, right? And I see people, they start with 500 American dollars, and then they bet NBA, NFL, baseball, major league sports. I don't know what is the point of this. Okay, I know what is the point. Most people love sports, they don't love sports betting. Okay, they the goal is the money, not actual finding the value. So they love sports, they want to have fun watching sports, playing sports. And I just saw one question, not question, but some statement from one guy that he's betting for fun, and he usually tail other parlays. I don't know what is the point of tailing others if you do it for fun. Okay, so if you do it for fun, the most beautiful thing and the most fun is if you make your own bets, right? But if you do it for money, then of course I believe that the best way is to start with smaller markets if your bankroll is smaller. Okay, uh, there's a lot of good advice on the internet, a lot of good advice, but nobody listen, right? So there is a lot of good advice. Okay, so, and this is definitely one of them. So small bankrolls, small markets. Okay, okay, so Chicago Cubs against Boston. I stay away from this game. And one more thing, sometimes I receive email or question. I'm big fan of Houston. I'm big fan of Alex Bregman. I'm big fan of Clayton Kershaw. I'm big fan of, I don't know which player. I want to bet baseball. This has nothing to do with sports betting. Okay, the sports betting has only to do with the numbers that you make and the difference between your numbers and bookmakers' numbers. Okay, sports and the leagues are just the pool to attract naive bettors and sports fans and players, and the results are just data points, nothing else. Okay, those small percentage of people who understand this, they will make money, and the rest of I'm talking about the long run. Okay, so I do this for more than 25 years, and I escaped 9 to 5 15 years ago. And I can talk about long-term results. Okay, no matter if I will have negative month, even if I will have negative season, I can talk about long-term, right? But in the short run, anything can happen. And those who are looking at sports betting in the long run, who wants to achieve success in the long run, you must start seeing sports betting players, teams, games just as data points. Okay, and some people will say, okay, what about psychological moments, the motivation? Well, those are all data points. Okay, turn this information into the number, adjust the probabilities, and that's it, right? So every information is basically a data point. Okay, so if you say that player is injured, if you say player is not motivated, this is also a data point. Okay, but you need to give this information a number. Is this maybe 1% adjustment? Is this, I don't know, 2% of just adjustment? I don't know at this moment, I don't know. But everything is about adjusting probabilities and turning information into data. Okay, so there's no betting. Successful betting is not about picking winners. Okay, picking winners is just gambling. Okay, and I have never been in casino in my life. Maybe next year, maybe I'll go to Vegas, but I don't want to go to Vegas. Just my girlfriend wants to go probably to Vegas, and I will maybe go to Vegas, but just because she wants to go. I don't want to go to Vegas. So I don't like casinos. I don't like gambling. I just see the numbers. I try to make some profits. I want to teach people how to do this on my way. Of course, there's many ways, and I hope they can transform their life as I did. Okay, and those numbers and these projections, I show my daily analysis, my daily work with you, so you can see how it can be done on my way, and how you can do it as well. Okay, Washington, Miami. I will skip this game. If you watch my videos, I skip the games where pitchers are not qualified, which means that they don't have enough innings pitch in certain period of time. Okay, Houston, Colorado, Blanco against Quantrill. Based on my projections, there's no value. Also, not no value in first 5 innings. Kansas against Detroit. My projected numbers and bookmakers numbers are basically the same. Plus 104. My betting model bookmakers plus 102. Tampa Bay White Sox. I skip this game. Then I have Yankees against Milwaukee. Joe Ross against Carlos Rodon. Based on my projections, Milwaukee should be small favorite, not small underdog, and because of that, I have Milwaukee as an underdog of plus 116 at 1.75 unit. This is my final bet at this moment. Maybe we have two more games where bookmakers still don't offer the odds, but based on my projections, Milwaukee should have some advantage later in the game. They're playing at home. Yesterday they beat Yankees by 7-6, I think. And we'll see. Milwaukee, they're playing pretty well. And I have them at I have them at minus 106 instead of plus 116, which is offered by Sportsbook. So this is what you need to do, no matter what you bet. Okay, if you bet UFC, if you bet esports, if you bet NBA, NFL, whatever you bet, you can bet on TV shows, politics, whatever you bet. The concept is always the same. Come with your number, come with your probability, check bookmakers odds, and if you see the discrepancy, then this is your bet. Okay, so what? So let's take this example. Okay, in this case, I say that the fair would be that if I pay 126 American dollars, that bookmakers pay me 100 American dollars. But then once I check bookmakers odds, and I see that if I pay 100 American dollars, in fact, I get plus 116 American dollars. This is more than I would expect. This represents for me a value. Okay, and then some people will ask me, okay, what about if I'm wrong? Well, this is the point, right? Because you need to build and work on your betting analysis, work on your betting models, test, track, improve, adjust, and then you will find a way. Because I didn't just woke up this year and then I just put some numbers together and then I make these numbers, right? So I did this for 25 years. Of course, not successful in all these years, but I did this all the time, every single day. And then once you do this on a daily basis, then you start improving, then you start building such teams together, and then you see the patterns, and then you see how it works. And this is how you can become, let's say, better than others who are just looking for sports picks for their whole life and they will never make a next step forward. Okay. Cleveland against Atlanta, no value, not enough value. Based on my projections, Cleveland should be plus 140. They're plus 161. There is no value. The same story with first five innings. Philadelphia against San Diego, Rangers, Suarez, Dylan Cease, lefty against righty. Based on my projection, San Diego should be minus 122. I don't know the odds yet, so you can use these numbers. Maybe there will be some lineup changes. I don't know at this moment. Pittsburgh, San Francisco Giants, no value. Minnesota Angels, I have average pitcher here. And the last game, Arizona Slate Sessone, I don't know. This is some Italian name. I don't know how to pronounce this. Against George Kirby, based on my projections, Seattle should be minus 171. I don't see the odds yet, but you can use these odds and make your final betting predictions and analysis. So that's it from me today. I hope you got some ideas. You also got all my predicted probabilities for today's MLB games, so you can use them as your help. And I also showed you my process, my qualified bets for today. And always remember, never blindly follow anyone. Following is a losing mentality, not only in sports betting, but in every area of life. No matter if you do business, restaurant, if you're a pro athlete, whatever you do, you need to find your own unique way, learn from others, invest your time, energy, and money to build your own skills, because the skills and the knowledge, this is the only thing others cannot take from you. And this is the only true wealth in our life, because things can change. We don't have control over life. We don't have control over government. You don't. If you follow someone, you don't know what he will do. If you follow sports handicapper, maybe he will lose the edge. Maybe he will stop posting. Maybe he will just disappear, and then you're alone again, and time flies. Okay. My advice is, no matter what you do in your life, try to be better every single day, because sports betting, like almost every other competition in the world, including business, including sports, is always a competition against others. It is not absolute competition, but you need to be among top 5, top 1% in the world if you want to make some money, which I believe we are all here. So you need to outsmart others, and this is not going to happen by following others. Okay. Some people will say, okay, I just want to make money. I don't want to do analysis. I don't want to read. I don't want to learn. I don't want to improve my skills. Well, if you want just to have money, then why you don't buy bitcoins? Then why you don't invest in stock market? We have 100 years of proven track record that the money will go up, and you don't need to spend any time watching videos, anytime watching emails, anytime watching books. You can just do whatever you want. You can spend extra time with your family. You can be in nature. You can have fun with friends, and the money will go up. And professional sports bettors, they all use stocks, bitcoins, businesses, and everything. They generate more income streams, because no matter how good you are at sports betting, one income stream is always just one step from poverty. Okay. And I think if you do some active thing, and sports betting is active income stream, it is not passive, right? I think you should love it. Okay. And don't confuse watching sports with sports betting, because those are completely two different things. If people who love sports, if they would make a lot of money, then all sports fans would make a lot of money. Okay, so um I'm pretty sure that a guy who is very good at math and who is disciplined, strategic, optimistic, but he doesn't watch sports, he has much better chance winning at sports betting than a bunch of sports fans who know everything about players, everything about teams. They watch every single game, but they don't know anything about math, anything about the numbers behind the sports betting. And I think we have already the proof that so many sports fans lose in sports betting, right? And then some a bunch of other guys, geeks, or some other people who love math, statistics, numbers, they make money. But if you love both, well, then this can be a deadly combination. Okay, so if you love sports, you need to improve probably math, sports betting models, numbers. If you are geek and math expert, you probably make some money already with sports betting. But if you can also use some sports knowledge to improve your strategies, this is even better. Okay. Okay, so this is my last words for today. I hope I was not too long, but whatever decide to take, don't blindly follow me, and I wish you good luck. Thank you.